Hello, my name is Ari Robinson, and today I would like to talk to you about neo-paganism. So, first, in order to understand neo-paganism, we have to understand ancient paganism. And in order to get a grasp on this very complex idea, I thought we would take the time to watch this really short video that will define the concept simpler.
So what is paganism? Well, the contemporary idea of paganism comes from ancient Europe's pre-Christian religions. Greek mythology is itself a form of paganism, although the actual word pagan only really came into popular usage after the development of Christianity. Christians would use the label in order to differentiate it from Abrahamic religions. But what exactly is paganism, if not Christianity, Islam, or Judaism? Well, historically, it referred to country dwellers and was actually a pejorative term to describe a number of alternative faiths. But in modern times, the neo-pagan movement has become associated with Wicca, or pagan witchcraft, which was invented by an Englishman in the mid-20th century. It was based on the idea that witches are not followers of Satan, as had been believed, but rather followers of a pre-Christian religion. Likewise...
Alright, so, as you can see, there is no structured definition of paganism, but rather it is a more blanket term used to describe the difference between Abrahamic and non-Abrahamic religions. So, of these non-Abrahamic religions fall a lot of our polytheistic beliefs, dating all the way back to the ones of ancient Greece, all of those gods and goddesses, the polytheistic religion, paganism. But, however, paganism saw a huge decrease after the persecution from Christianity, represented in this picture over on the right. We have Christian men chopping down a tree, because in the pagan belief there is admiration for the divinity in nature and the natural cycles of the world, which is why you will see pagans celebrate the equinoxes and solstices of the seasons, as well as those cycles of life and death. In more modern times, we've been able to see an uprise of these pagan beliefs again, as there is less laws against them. And like paganism, neo-paganism has no founder. However, a lot of the morals and values have been credited to the work of Gerald Gardner, an anthropologist and author of The Meaning of Witchcraft. In his book, he explains a lot of the values that many Wiccans and neo-pagans have, broken down into three major principles: a love and kinship of nature, positive morality, and recognition of the divine. I have love and kinship with nature, as well as positive morality, lumped into one here, represented by this picture of a pentagram. A pentagram is a symbol used in a lot of pagan and Wiccan rituals and traditions as a symbol to represent the harmonious elements of nature. The pentagram consists of 5 points, each with their own element, but they're all connected. Starting from the top, we have spirit, and going in clockwise order, we have water, fire, earth, and air. This practitioner has chosen to use elements of the earth with flowers and herbs and crystals, and candles perhaps for fire to represent their work, and the healing energies from each of these elements are meant to set the intentions for the space as well as cleanse the space. Now, for recognition of the divine, I have added the divination tool here of tarot cards. There are many other ways. We have the pendulum as well as oracle cards. However, one of the most common ways you will see a neo-pagan or a Wiccan practice this is through tarot. Now, what paganism and neo-paganism are not is Satanism. Satanism is an entirely different belief. However, both have been lumped together from the persecution of Christianity. Both have been offed as evil faiths. However, neither of which are evil, and they both have very different set of beliefs, both with an emphasis on the individual. However, Satanism is definitely more rooted in a belief of gratification of all desires, serving the self, while a neo-pagan is more keen to believe in a gratification of nature, serving the universe, in which the universe will then come back and serve you. Now, when it comes to the actual ritual, it was broken up into 3 parts. The first of which was the yoga. We sat all in a circle, like in the picture at the bottom left here. However, there was no pedestal. Everyone was meant to be seen as equal in this space. We had a center point of flowers, crystals, and moon water, which I'll show you in the next slide. The session was being led by this woman here, Kajal. She was pregnant at the time, so some of her movements were modified for her. But other than that, this is what she would usually look like. But what we were doing here is we were doing the first part of the new moon ritual, which is setting your sacred space. And to do that, we did many different things, all symbols. First, there was the smudging of the room. There was burning of herbs. We had an oil aroma going the entire time, soft music playing, all written by women. We had positive affirmations going between the women, complimenting each other, encouraging each other to keep going, as well as during the yoga, we were each given a flower to trace our bodies with, representative of self-love and acknowledging the curvatures of our bodies in the circular motions that we were also taking through the yoga movements, to represent these circles, coming with the new moon and the rituals of that. The second part we did was pulling oracle cards. Each of us were instructed to pull 2 oracle cards. We were allowed to take photos of these at the end so that we could remember them. I personally pulled Sedna and Sisters of the Sun Rising. So Sedna is an Alaskan goddess of the sea. She is representative of abundance. She had messages for me to not worry about my future, as it's already abundant, and to involve something ocean related into my life, perhaps going to the beach, or maybe just donating, whatever will serve me and will bring me that healing energy that I need. And we also have Sisters of the Sun Rising, and these ladies had a message for me to be more open to collaboration, working with others, and to still be true to myself in doing that, looking for that win-win situation, no matter how hard it may be to find. And then finally we had the actual ritual part, where we had, it composed of 2 separate rituals. We've set our space and the good energy in the room, and so here we have the center point of crystals and flowers, all symbols. We had rose quartz and amethyst, representative of self-love, as well as roses. But we began with the letting go ritual. So first we meditate and think about the things that we want to let go under the new moon, the things we know that are no longer serving us. Once we had what we wanted to do, we wrote it down. Take this piece of paper, fold it 3 times away from you, turn 1 more time away from you, because we're letting those energies go. And once you're ready, you go up to the center point that we had moon water in the center. You drop it in, you let it go, and you send it out away into the universe, and you're done. Now that we've let go of these intentions, we needed to set new intentions. So we go back and we meditated more. And during this, I can definitely say I experienced an altered state of consciousness. I felt so relaxed and so in tune with my surroundings, and it was truly amazing. But once I was ready, I wrote down my manifestations that I wanted to bring in with me. Take your new piece of paper, and now we're folding it towards us 3 times. Turn towards it fold it towards you one more time. And this one you're going to hold on to, because we're bringing this energy into our life. We're bringing these manifestations in. We went out and we sat in a small circle like these girls are here, and we shared our manifestations one by one, speaking them into the universe so that when we speak it out, it's real and it'll come back and serve us. And once we were done, we placed it in a crown representative of holding ourselves in a higher light. And that was all for the ritual. But I would just like to say that I really resonated with this ritual. I thought it was so beautiful. I've been personally studying neo-paganism out of curiosity since the beginning of this class, and I found myself to hold a lot of the same values, and I would like to share some personal things. This is no longer a part of my presentation. It is over. Thank you for watching. But if you'd like to say for this, I have my Book of Shadows. I've got a sun and moon representative of this duality symbol that I have in my life, where I write all my shadow work and things like that, important things that I need to work through on my own, as well as I have the crystal that I was given from the ritual. It's a piece of rose quartz. I keep it with me to set that healing energy. And here's what it looks like. And then finally, I have my oracle cards. Most tarot and oracle cards come in a box like this. They're magnetic, but it comes with a little book so that you can interpret what the cards are saying. Many practitioners rely on intuition, but that's something you have to work on. But here they are. Thank you for watching.